I have the power. All right. I'll start us off that time. Hey.
Yes.
Hey, everyone. It's episode 22. Actually, episode 22. In case you read the article or the description on the podcast last time, it was 21. But now it was 22. God damn it. I'm fucking still asleep. Episode 22 of Same Person Radio. I am your host for right now, but I'm not even probably here. Maybe I'm dreaming this. Maybe this isn't even radio. My name's Justin. That's cool. All right. Also joining me in alphabetical order, Brandon.
Hello. Technically, I think Tony would be first.
In the tape.
My first name.
Yeah, his first name is Anthony, so he'd be first.
Anthony Blacktop Brown.
I hate life.
And Stefan Gervin.
Sturver.
We can talk about Marvel Comics today.
All right, yeah.
If this is real life.
Is this real life? Is this real life?
Oh, shit.
All right, there we go. Episode 22, ladies and gentlemen, SPR, Same Person Radio. He's already announced us, Tony, Brandon, Steven, Justin. If you missed us last week, it's because Blacktop went a little too much blackout.
It's my fault. It's just my fault.
Yes,
Yep. You're goddamn right.
You're goddamn right. So,
Blacktop, he indulged a little bit too much in his superpowers in Blacktop.
Yeah.
The blacktop rises.
The Blacktop Rises. I feel like that's going to be a sequel to one of the NBA games. The Blacktop Rises. Good God. So we missed last week. Some busy schedules and some recuperating from a semi-epic party where Tony was the only one that got to see. Plus football.
Semi-epic.
Yes. But today we're going to talk about Marvel Comics. Quickly though, if you are listening on iTunes or YouTube, watching us on YouTube, please review, subscribe, like. We would love to have you. Let us know if you're listening, because we don't think anybody is, but that's whatever.
We don't think anybody is, but that's whatever.
We're having fun.
Just record this silence. We don't care.
Right? All right. So Marvel Comics. This is part 2 of 2 of our, comic one that we did. We did DC 3 weeks ago now.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually going to work out because Legacy is not too far away now. It's like a week or so. So
about a week to go.
No one say nothing. Just let him do the joke. He'll learn eventually.
I'll never learn.
That was like the other night when we were playing Destiny, and you made a joke and there was no reaction, and I'm like, that probably crushed you a little bit, didn't it?
Crushed me on the inside. It was so. I was like, damn, I'm not gonna talk no more.
No one just even give me like a fake laugh.
I know.
Like, well, that was funny, or gal. Jeez, my brain is just like, I think my brain's like half dead.
Yeah, I don't even think you have a brain.
Probably half dead.
Damn, shots fired. Dude,
fucking Scarecrow. Scarecrow was the one that didn't have a brain, right?
Yes.
If I only had
yes.
a brain.
Yeah, don't do that again.
And Tony's the Tin Man.
Damn.
Like, I have no heart. Like, I'm always ashy and I ain't got a heart. Damn.
Yeah.
Cold
oil up. All right, let's get into this Marvel thing. So let's start off with what comics you're currently reading from Marvel. Tony, let's start with you because I think your list is the shortest.
Oh, it's very short because it's 0.
Damn.
No love.
Okay, well,
Tin Man head ass.
well, I'll give you this. There's one. I still buy it. I haven't kept up with it. Is the Thor book, The Mighty Thor by Jason Aaron. I think since he started, is there echo?
No, you're just loud.
It's just me. Okay. I think I think since Jason Aaron started writing Thor, that's been like, in my opinion, the most consistently good Marvel book, and especially the stuff like when he first started with the God Butcher. I don't know. I know Brandon's read it. I don't know if you and Justin have read it.
So good.
No.
It's really good. It's about this.
They make a movie out of it. It's that good.
Yeah, it's that good. It's basically, long story short, it's basically about this one alien called Gore, and he wants to kill all the gods, like every kind of god. So, and it's just Thor trying to figure out who's killing all these gods and that kind of stuff.
And this is after Thor's been replaced, right? Thor turned into
this is God.
This is before.
This is before that.
This is like right before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or no, is it right before?
It's this one arc after that with the elf,
Oh, yeah.
the dark elves. But
Yeah.
that's Jason Aaron's first arc when he did Thor. He took over Thor.
Okay.
So
Great.
So
Now
I'd say
I'm
Thor.
interested in reading. Fuck.
Right. Do you still have your Marvel Unlimited?
Yeah. I could probably just read it there. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do instead. Before I just start new things, I just go, I'm gonna go unlimited and just read it.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, since Tony doesn't have a fucking list from Marvel,
I could give you stuff I've liked. I don't know. But okay, go ahead. Just
yeah. All right, Justin, what's your current list?
Okay, so my list is probably of things that I have and I'm going to read, because I've been kind of trying to catch up on DC first because I wanted to read Metal really bad. So I haven't been reading a ton of Marvel, but I did read. But the things I have read so far is like Daredevil, the current run. I really like that. At first, I kind of started a little bit slow, and then all of a sudden, it really started getting good. I think they switched artists and stuff, like midway. Like they had kind of like the all new whatever, and then the Marvel Now 2.0. Like once that switched over, it got really good. And then all new Wolverine, I really like that a lot. I don't know if that's like something that people like or not, but that's been really good. And then what was the other one? There was one other one I started. Oh, so I started reading Spider-Man from like Brand New Day forward, and I've got a long way to go on that one. But so far it's pretty good. But I have I have X-Men Gold, I have X-Men Blue, I have Astonishing. I mean, I am Deadpool, Deadpool, Spider-Man. Like, I have more stuff to read than I'll probably ever catch up. I'll constantly be in catch-up mode for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, no. Although I'm like about halfway caught up on DC now. So if I keep at the rate I'm going, I'll get caught up in DC probably by the end of Metal.
If you keep up at the rate you're going, you guys are going to go broke.
True.
Too late.
Yeah, this week my comics poll, my subscription was like $52.
And you owe me
14 comics.
And you owe me 30.
Yeah, for back issues. So the grand total was $70 this weekend.
Wait, do that math again? 52
Well,
and 30?
I counted the discount because I got another 15 offs, and then it was really like 40 something, and then
Okay, I was just say 52 and 30 is not 70.
He's like, nah, I'm taking $10 off.
do you like how I actually made what I was doing and didn't fuck up the math?
Right.
It's 50, yeah, or 80. God does anyone got a gun so I can just kill myself, please?
Bullets are expensive.
You're right. I'll go get a rope. You'll just see dangling feet in the background of the video.
Less to clean up.
Although my fat ass would probably break the rope.
The roof just falls down.
And then you just hear, oh, shit. I'm going to go play Destiny now.
Well, speaking of playing Destiny right now, Brandon, what about your list?
Wait, what? Are we just cutting his out and yours out?
Well, let's see. So it's a pretty decent list. All new Wolverine, like Justin said. Amazing Spider-Man is probably the main thing I like. Some of these I'm a little backed up on, but Amazing Spider-Man is definitely the one I keep up with the most.
Obviously.
Yeah. I'm a few issues behind, but Black Panther is actually pretty good. I'm trying to think of what else. Deadpool, Spider-Man, or whatever, Spider-Man, Deadpool, Daredevil. I don't read as much Hawkeye as current Hawkeye, but the newest stuff, I can't remember where the writer is.
The Matt Fraction? Or is it new?
Yeah, Mass Fraction. Yes, that stuff. That is a very good arc. It's probably like, because I wasn't that big on Hawkeye to begin with until after that arc, and it's very good. It also introduces you to the younger
Kate.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Kate Bishop, who is also very. I think she's actually the prominent one now in the current Hawkeye, but she's also a very good character as well. What else? I'm trying to think. Thor, just like Tony said, yeah, like pretty much honestly anything that Jason Aaron writes is amazing. Like he is probably like the best writer Marvel has right now. I mean, probably some people would probably say maybe Bendis, but I think Jason Aaron is definitely the best. Like what else? Like his Doctor Strange run is amazing as well. Because he likes to put his characters in like situations where like they're basically losing the entire time, and then it's just like through sheer will they finally like kind of come out of it. I read some of Old Man Logan. I'm kind of behind on that one, but it's pretty good. I guess part of me just wants the old Wolverine back. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, that's pretty good too, obviously. And then there's just like kind of the fringe ones like Spider-Gwen and then Miles Morales' Spider-Man. So, and then X-Men Gold.
Not blue.
I read some of it. It's not bad. It's just kind of the same thing as the whatever that the all new X-Men was, I think. Basically the same thing. I do kind of like it just because they have Jean as the leader and not Scott, but
yeah,
that's about it.
Because nobody likes Scott.
Yeah,
nobody likes Scott.
I'm probably missing some things, but yeah, that's
my
list.
All right, so I've got this list. So this is some of the stuff that's not. Some of the stuff on my list I haven't actually like taken off of stuff that's finished yet, but here's what we have. This is me and Aaron collectively. A-Force, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all new, all different Avengers, all new Guardians, Astonishing X-Men, Black Panther, Black Widow, Captain America, Steve Rogers, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, Extraordinary X-Men, All the Generations, I Am Groot, Iceman, Invincible Iron Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, the Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, Poe Dameron, one of the Star Wars ones, obviously Star Wars is Marvel, Scarlet Witch, Secret Empire, Spider-Man, Deadpool, Spidey, Totally Awesome Hulk, the Weapons of Mutant Destruction line, I like that a lot, and then X-Men Blue and Gold. So a fuck ton of Marvel stuff.
This Spidey is Spidey still going? It's not still going, right?
Spidey's done. Yeah, Spidey's done.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think Spidey ended with like 12 or 13, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Wait a minute, where am I at? Okay, yes, it ended with 12. That was actually pretty good. That one was kind of, I don't know. It was short, but it was pretty good for that one. So that one's pretty good. But yeah, I'm definitely backordered a lot. I need to finish Secret Empire. I got a Secret Empire Omega book yesterday.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about Secret Empire. Jeez.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's my long list of stuff that I need to read. So, so with that said, with that, all of us reading that, what do you guys think Marvel does well overall as a like the comic company? What do you think they do? You right, Justin, over there?
Mm-hmm.
You thinking?
No, my watch was dead. I forgot that I fell asleep in my clothes and my watch.
I was going to ask if you were wearing that shirt yesterday.
I have not. I literally fell asleep. And then I woke up and I was like, "Oh shit, it's podcast day."
Not to put you on blast, but
I would say I think what Marvel does really well is that it's kind of the opposite of what I said about DC. I think Marvel has a very good grasp of like their whole universe. They're very good at making sure everything fits where it needs to fit.
Yeah.
As opposed, I think DC is very good at like in their own pocket. They're good at the whole universe thing, but they're good with their pockets of, you know, like the Batman world, the Superman world. I think Marvel can kind of, I think they do that good, but they do like the whole thing together very well.
Yeah, they like to have, they definitely focus a lot on like synergy between all their characters.
They focus on the connected universe, basically.
Yeah. I'd also say, I mean, even though like I think some people would say like the writing hasn't been the greatest for them, but like I feel like they do a little bit of a better of a job of putting like their fringe characters in the spotlights. Like they have the champions now. They like Miles Morales was a huge character in the Secret Empire. Miss Marvel has always been a pretty big hit, and the Kamala Khan one. Like now they have Squirrel Girl, Gwenpool, Spider-Gwen. They definitely like to try to, you know, give some of these random characters a chance.
I think they're doing a good job with those random characters, just making them very similar to what younger people are today. So they're kind of trying to relate to people in a sense. Whereas I don't think DC may do that as well with the like Squirrel Girl. Like who would be a comparable in DC to Squirrel Girl? Like I mean, that's such an off character that like I didn't even know that Squirrel Girl was a thing until Anna Kendrick was like, I'd like to play Squirrel Girl, and then I was like, oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie though, like I mean, even though it's like they've given her a lot of like the spotlight lately, I feel like she's a little bit of an overrated character.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just yep.
Justin, what do you think? Yeah.
I think that like we were kind of hitting on it a little bit, but like I feel like DC is very much for comic book readers, like specifically like people that read comic books, and I feel like Marvel is a little bit more for everyone, like accessible to everyone, because like you said, like there's something kind of for everyone. Like I don't know of really anything like Melissa reads Gwenpool, and she's gonna start reading Spider-Gwen, so it's like that's two things that are a little bit more that she would want to read. Where I mean, she'd probably read Batman and stuff like that, but it's a little more like lighthearted, I guess. Is like there's different.
It's
like,
it's more inviting of people who don't actually read comics.
They have a better on point, I feel like, than DC. DC's like, okay, if you're into superheroes, if you're in if you're already into these things, then yes, this is something. But if you're kind of like, I'm not really super into it, but I'd like to read comics, I feel like Marvel's a better choice for that, because I feel like Marvel has a lot more variety, I guess, of like tones and story, like kind of like characters, whereas like some are more like comedic and more like serious. Like you can find the serious stuff, like Daredevil's like super serious and like kind of an adult comic, whereas something like, you know, Gwenpool, it's still kind of adult, I guess, but it's more lighthearted. It's not super serious. It's not. And
like even though that's probably going to change with Legacy and stuff, they've definitely tried to make it more accessible with like the all news, because like you constantly see like for the past like 4 or 5 years, you're constantly seeing these all news where they start a #1 issue for like, so like new readers can kind of jump on from this starting point and stuff like that. But obviously that's going to change when Legacy starts, because I think they're going back to like original numbering and stuff.
We gotta go back.
You're gonna go on there. The issue 537. And you're like, what the fuck? Where am I at?
I missed
I think
520 freaking issues. What the hell are you guys doing over here?
I think Spider-Man's gonna be like 780 or like something like that. Or
Yeah.
750.
What I saw was like Black Panther's gonna be like 560.
You totally know why they did that, though.
Now
A lot of those anniversaries.
Yeah.
Like, anniversary issue. This one's $10.
Yeah.
Because it's super special.
Now you know how I felt when Action Comics went to like 980 or 70. Like, Jesus Christ.
Like, will they actually do 1,000?
Right? It's getting close.
Yeah, Action Comics got to be close.
Goodness. Yes, I think overall Marvel just does a good job at their best thing is inviting new comic readers into the fold. Whereas I feel like if you're going to read DC, you kind of need to know your shit a little bit to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
So,
I guess this is kind of debatable on whether it's a good thing or not, but they definitely try to be like have some synergy between like the movies and their like their comics.
They do a good job, I feel like, marketing the movies enough to where you want to go and buy the comics. Like they introduced what's his name, Coulson, to the comic book universe. Yeah.
They introduced the there already was a black Nick Fury, but they introduced him to the main universe.
Yeah. One thing they also Aaron and I have purchased is there's like Thor Ragnarok's coming out in November, and there's a four-part like prelude in the comics, and we bought that, so we have the 3 out of the 4 so far. So which is it's pretty cool. So they do a good job with that. But I think that's a good thing that they, at least for them, it's a good thing.
Well, like the reason why I say it's debatable is for example, the Nick Fury one. Like there was already a Black Nick Fury in the Ultimate Universe, but they wanted to introduce one to the main universe because they made him somehow they made him like the son of the white Nick Fury, but he's black. and then they just went through this whole convoluted thing to make him like have it because like he didn't have an eye patch when they first introduced him. Like he wasn't the director. Oh, I don't think he's still not the director, but you know, like there's all these things where they kind of like jump through hoops just to make him the same as Samuel L. Jackson, basically.
Oh. At least they did that though. At least they weren't like, here's a Black Nick Fury with an eye patch. And that's all you need.
I think they just wanted to get through all that stuff as soon as possible, so now they can just focus on making him like that character.
Yeah, a portal opens up. Hi, I'm Nick Furry.
I'm Nick Furry.
I'm Nick Furry.
He's the bear.
Nick Furry. I'm here to rule the director's spit.
Good God. Oh man! All right, let's do some news. Newsline. All right. So speaking of Marvel, because Marvel owns Star Wars, so Colin Trevorrow is out as the Episode 9 director for Star Wars, and J.J. Abrams has replaced him, and they've also delayed it back to December of 2018. Excuse me. So right, 2018, 2019. 2019. 2019,
no, 2018, right? Because
no, 2019 is 2019 because this year is
2 years away. So it's 2 years away.
Yeah, 2 years away.
Yeah,
right. Which is fine because
I don't know why it wasn't that in the first place.
Right, because the other two will be
December.
Like, right.
Last Jedi is this December. You'd figure 2 years from this. Right. I don't know why it was going to be May in the first place, but
either way, I'm excited for J.J. Abrams to do it. He did a good job with 7.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, I really don't have much to say about it. It's kind of like, all right, I don't know really much about the person that he replaced that much. I
think Jurassic World. Yeah, Jurassic World.
I didn't think Jurassic World was all that great. I thought it was okay. Like, I didn't think it was bad. I just thought it was fine.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. J.J. Abrams, I think, did a good job. I hope he doesn't lean so much on the nostalgia thing with the 9. I hope he goes a little bit more, does his own thing. Because I feel like 7 very well paralleled with A New Hope. It was basically like the same general movie. I hope he kind of deviates from that a little bit and does something completely new. But other than that, I think he'll do good. I mean, it looks spectacular, and it was a good movie still. So.
Did they say why he left the other director?
Didn't he get fired? Like, I heard a bunch of different stories about
creative differences. That's
so
always
he didn't want to do it the way they wanted him to do it, so he's gone. Just like Han Solo, how they got.
Because I could have sworn I read after Abrams got the job again, like they were like he's going to have a lot more freedom than he had with the first one.
Yeah,
I mean, well, I'm sure they would give him more freedom since he did such a good job with 7. So
yeah,
I mean, like, all right, he's been tested, I guess, or like he's
proven.
Yeah, he's proven himself.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably what it was. Is they wanted The Last Jedi. Well, The Last Jedi is probably going to come back to be like The Empire Strikes Back, and they wanted 9 to be Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Well, then like I feel like this movie is probably going to be like if the trilogy is going to be different from the others, this movie is going to be what makes all those changes. Like all the this coming movie is going to be the one that's like steering it away from in a new direction. I feel like
right. I think it'll kind of have to really.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, cool fun fact: did you know that Rian Johnson, who's doing The Last Jedi, was born in Maryland?
Really?
He was born in Silver Spring.
And that's your Maryland fact for the day.
Let me show you the wall. Credits to Brandon for helping me paint that. All right. Hold on. My phone went away. All right. News topic number 2. Oh, Mindfuck of the week. Mindfuck.
Did you go to the bathroom? Jesus.
Buckshots. All right. So Lake Superior, which is one of the Great Lakes in the United States, kind of goes into Canada. There's enough water in Lake Superior to cover the landmasses of North and South America to a depth of 1 foot. So 1 foot of water, 12 inches of water, covering the entire landmass of South and North America is in Lake Superior.
Jesus Christ.
That's deep lake. That's
That
deep.
shit is deep.
That's deep.
Had 3 quadrillion gallons of fresh water
God.
God.
in a lake.
So nobody's gonna be thirsty, huh?
No.
No one's gonna
Actually,
be.
it being freshwater, yeah, right? It being freshwater is kind of that's surprising. It's just because there's so much salt in the world.
Is
Justin,
Justin's?
You video.
My video is so messed up right
Are you? Oh my God!
I'm in the process of breaking.
The ring.
That actually looks like that Snapchat filter that makes your face smushed. That's what
I think the
Dustin
Great
looks like
Lakes
right
are
now.
overflowing in Illinois.
I guess this
Oh,
shit
God,
is.
there's an alien invasion.
Yeah.
Oh
He was-
God!
I don't know if you remember, like sometimes in the podcast, like it'll like just turn off.
There you go.
I think
Yeah.
it's the camera itself that's screwing up, but
Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
Welcome
Oh my
back.
God! It's a horror movie.
The water subsided. We're good.
Right? Oh goodness! All right, so that's my mindfuck of the week.
It's pretty crazy.
Right? It is. Pretty.
Yeah.
So news
I
topic.
still can't get over the fact that spiders can drink water.
that's mindfuck Hall of Fame right there.
Now I'm curious how many spiders it would take to drink all of the water in Lake Superior.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Right.
Yeah.
That is one fact I do not want to know. All right. So South Park: The Fractured Butthole is a video game. It's coming out, right? It hasn't come out yet. It is coming out.
No.
It hasn't come out yet.
Someday it'll come out.
Right, eventually. So in order to choose your difficulty with how you want to do it, it is based on how black you make your character. So if you want super duper easy, it is a white guy. If you want
It's
the most
pasty
difficult
white.
thing, yeah, it's pasty white. If you want the most difficult thing, it's like Akon black. Like that's
Thank God, black. I love how that's the reference point now.
Darknesses.
right. So if you want kind of in the middle, you'll get like maybe a light skinned guy.
You get a Drake. You get a Drakish because
Right, you get a Drake.
His life is okay. His life's all right.
Like the normal difficulty, you get Drake. So
Oh, good God.
I mean,
That's
only South Park, only those guys could do that. And
Yeah, I feel like like seriously, if some other game did that, they'd be like, "You're racist. This is terrible." But since South Park, we were like, "That's pretty good."
yeah.
I mean, since it's a game called The Fractured Butthole,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
it's kind of all right. So the NES Classic from Nintendo is coming back in stock in 2018, as well as I think the SNES as well. They're going to bring back a lot of stock next year.
Yeah, they're supposedly there's going to be. They said there'll be more than enough stock so that everyone can get one that wants one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know why they fucking didn't do it the first time.
Well, I honestly don't understand why they're just being so like about it. Anyways, like
Because it's Nintendo.
They'll
They
sell.
know what they want. Right. It's not like they were making money on
I'd maybe get one, but
your birthday next year.
hey, brother, it's your birthday.
Topic
I'm
number
30.
5.
Why'd you bring
You
it
are
up?
gonna be. You're all gonna be 30 next year. You old fucks.
I'm 22. I'm 22.
First, does anyone have a birthday before April?
Huh?
Do either of you have a birthday before April?
Mine
Yeah,
is
mine's March,
It'll
end
be,
of March.
it'll be Brandon's, Tony's, and then Justin's.
Oh, so I'm the last. I'm the baby. I'm the baby.
No, I'm the baby. You guys are just the old fucks.
I'm the baby.
Y'all ain't shit.
This is
Damn.
bullshit.
Bullshit.
Oh goodness.
I don't know if Gal or Brandon told you this, Tony, but last night we were playing
He t-
Destiny. All of a sudden, just through the mic, you hear, "This is bullshit." He played the sound clip.
Oh, this is bullshit. This ain't bullshit for me. All right, so should have. So PewDiePie is back in the news again for another controversy. What are you laughing for? Oh, there he is.
That's what see the clip we were just talking about.
Yeah, for those
We'll
on the
post it.
video.
Hey, maybe our media director will post that on like Twitter or something. Like
Potentially.
GIF of
Maybe
the
a
week.
director.
We should do a GIF of the week.
if he's alive.
Yeah.
Tony's GIF of the week.
Tony's GIF of the week. Yeah, you should definitely post that. So PewDiePie is back in the news again for another statement he made that's kind of controversial. This time he decided he thought it would be cool to say the N-word on one of his streams. Tony?
I think it was pretty stupid. I think when he said it, he was like, "Oh, I didn't mean that." Like he caught himself, which I think
I think he realized right away, like, oh shit, like, oops.
Which I think that makes it a lot worse because it's like you basically like,
Right.
I knew, like, it's like something in your head, like he's like, "Oh fuck, oh wait, I didn't mean to say that," when you really did mean to say it.
That means he subconsciously believes in that word.
Yeah.
If you go back on it like that, if you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that, then you subconsciously PewDiePie hates black people. So.
Yeah. So, and like, even if like he didn't, it's kind of hard. Even though if he didn't mean to say it in like in the sense of a black person, it's still you shouldn't. That's something you shouldn't say, and he's a public figure.
Right.
Especially the ER version. That's like
right. If he
did you say the?
Try to go. All right. Like
he said the ER version.
Oh. Ooh. The George Clooney version.
Like, if you use the A version, you can kind of be like, it's still bad, but it's still like, okay. But if the ER is like, okay, that's real bad.
I just and it, like, I find it weird. Like there are other, I guess, like YouTube people defending him because, like, I don't know, I guess because like, oh well, they're like YouTube's like is laying a hammer down on him, or like I think some game studios are like saying they don't want him to stream his games.
Yeah, Firewatch's developer is ordered a takedown of all his videos, but people are kind of worried because they're like, okay, well, if they can do that, I mean, that means that then any developer can be like, oh, we don't want streamers saying fuck when they say our thing, and they can be like, anything. Oh, they say fuck, they say take that down. So then it's like it makes, and they've already. I guess there's been a big thing with ads lately with YouTube. There's something where YouTube streamers aren't happy with ads, the way ads are being handled now on YouTube. So like they can't make money or something. I don't know. There's just like a really big thing. So YouTube and streamers are kind of having issues as it is, and now all of a sudden this. So it's kind of a side story, but
I get that, but it's not like, I mean, the point, the debate is not whether if you say fuck or whatever. It's he said
here's what actually happened. So he was playing PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and he called an opponent a fucking N-word with an ER, and then he tried to correct himself to fucking asshole, and then he said, I didn't mean it in a bad way. You obviously meant it in a bad way. You obviously meant it in a bad way. If you replaced it with fucking asshole, because that's also bad. So he clearly fucked up. I feel like this is worse than when he made the Nazi thing a few weeks ago. Yeah. Because that wasn't directed towards anybody. He was just trying to make a statement. Whereas this one, he directed it towards somebody. So
right. But okay, so I have a question. Have you ever done this?
Me personally, no, I've never done it.
All the time.
I say there's one time I remember I did this, and I right away after I did, I was like, "Oh fuck, why did I say that?"
Wait, did you say it on like
the King's Fall raid the first time ever?
Oh yeah,
we finally beat the War Priest after like 2 days of doing it. I was like, N-word, but I was just like, oh shit! Like literally afterwards, I said nothing, and no one else said something. I'm like, maybe they didn't hear me. I'm like, God, why did I say that? Like,
I'm pretty sure I don't
normally say that word. Why did I say that? Like, how was the word of choice that my brain said? But yeah, any word in the dictionary, and that's the one I throw out. Like, why'd I do that? We were playing with Mike too, and I was like, God damn it!
I'm not gonna hold it against you, Justin. I'm not gonna hold it against you. But I mean, stuff slips.
Right.
And
like literally at that moment, as soon as I said it, I had that like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, no, why'd you throw that brain? I think it was just like a celebration, like, you dead, nigga. Like, oh no. My brain is like, no.
Yeah. That's racist.
Yeah, no, you also have been like, you out of the raid party, you banned.
Right?
But I gotta face Golgi Rob.
You have been removed from the fire team.
Same person racist.
It's also you've been booted.
Same person racist. SPR.
Same person racist.
Oh goodness.
I, I can just so anybody listen, I can validate the 3 people aren't racist, just so you know.
Yeah.
They ain't shit. But they ain't racist.
We ain't racist.
Listen here, you.
Oh goodness! All right, so Apple had their event on the 12th last Friday, or last Tuesday. I'm sorry, and new iPhones, new watch, new Apple TV 4K. I'd ask your thoughts, but I'm pretty sure Justin is buying the X, and I will probably also be buying the X. Tony's thrown up.
I'm buying the X. I'm gonna probably buy the X.
Tony's also buying the X. Brandon, you ain't gonna have rent for the next 2 months.
It's gonna give it to you. It's only if you do the pay. It's only like what? It'll end up be like $50 a month extra on my bill. Whatever.
Extra.
Well, I think. Well, obviously, it's gonna take away. Actually, it might be like 20 because if you take away what I pay now for this, it'll balance out. It'll balance out.
Yeah, mine's gonna go up $7 a month for me and Melissa. We're gonna get the X's. I don't know. I'm like, really? Apple's got to be $1,000. Come on, now, help a brother out.
This will be the only X I like.
Wait,
but how many X's you got?
Man, that ain't important. As important as I got them.
And actually, I just want to put this out there. We keep calling it the X, and I'm gonna still call it the X till the day I die. They technically call it the 10, which is stupid. They should just call it the X.
Do you know why they skipped the 9?
7, 8, 9.
Because 7, 8, 9. Ellen made that joke. I thought it was pretty funny. I actually want one of the new watches.
I do too, but my watch. The only thing that's wrong with my watch is it dies after I fall asleep with it on overnight. So, although I'm pretty impressed. It's still alive after I fell asleep with it not charging all night. Because usually it's dead by 6:30.
I thought you said it was dead.
No, it's at 10%. Or actually,
it's dying.
It's about to. Well, let's see. It's at. This is riveting radio. 9%.
Hey, check my watch. From 10% to 9%.
Just like my love life.
What percentage his watch is at?
I did see that. I think most cellular carriers say it's gonna be like $10 extra a month to have your self-service on your watch, so that's not bad. I was worried that was gonna be a problem, but
yeah,
like $10. I was like, oh, maybe I will get one of those watches eventually. I won't get it at launch, obviously, but
yeah,
obviously because I missed that boat. But
so one thing I did want to get your thoughts on. So Apple TV is coming to like it's big 4K, right? So Apple's worked with a lot of movie. I don't want to say developers, but movie like studios and things like that. And they're going to bring all of their HD movies. Well, certain ones will bring all of their HD movies with a free 4K upgrade on like anything Apple that you bought on Apple. So that's a pretty big deal. I feel like.
Yeah, not to mention 4K content will be the same price as HD content if you're buying new.
Right. Yeah. So
like I think that was I think to be honest that was like the MVP of the conference, like the quiet MVP, because I feel like a lot of people like charge like way extra for 4K and they're like, nah, we ain't gonna do it that way.
Yeah,
like,
especially
just really trying to get people to come to them to buy their 4K content, and that means you need one of their devices. So
yeah, but I think Apple has this is one thing that Apple has seen that is going to become the norm is 4K. So they're kind of ahead of the game now with offering the free upgrade and then the same pricing. So I think that's finally something Apple's doing. Not first, but they're not last to the market. And people are like, oh my God, this is great. This is the best thing ever.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah.
Because the way they were talking about 4K is like, it's the next thing after HD. And everyone's like, oh, wow, that's great 4K.
Right. And now it is the thing. All right, Tony, what's bothering you?
There's a lot bothering me last week. I kind of forgot about what was all bothering me. Guess it wasn't bothering me that much.
I guess.
But there was something last week that happened, and it bothered the shit out of me. So, Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct this past week. In that Direct, they announced, I think it was called Mario Party, the Top 100.
Yes.
Which is basically like the top 100 games from every single Mario Party game that they have in one collection. That sounds like a very good game to have on your Switch, right? Like you would play that, you know.
I actually was really excited to play it on my Switch.
But you know what? You fucking can't. because it's coming on the 3DS. Well, I guess you can't see it technically.
Yeah,
Wait, do you have a regular one or you have a 3D?
I have a 3DS.
Okay. Why would you put that on the 3DS and not the Switch? It's perfect for the Switch.
I would have spent $30 as soon as it came out, as soon as it was released to play those games.
Yes.
I know. I when I saw, I was like, oh, cool. This is gonna. I'm like, oh, this is for the. Why are they doing this? Like, let's put it on both. Like, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna be like the next direct. They're gonna be like Mario Party top 150 games
on the Switch.
On the Switch. No, Mario Top 101. There's got one more game.
Right.
We got one game still for Switch.
Yeah, I think they just need to bring a Mario Party to the Switch.
Yeah.
I haven't. Like,
I know. I would love a Mario Party.
That would be fun.
I'm surprised they haven't done a lot of things.
I kind of like this idea of them bringing all the best mini games together from over time, but I feel like they should just do that for like Mario Party as a whole. Like,
they should upgrade all of those games to the newest, art style and whatever, and put those games in Mario Party. In the new Mario Party.
What I'm saying is they should they should do like new boards or whatever, but like the old school Mario Party, not like the new one where they have where you're all in the same
all
thing,
of the one on 64. Yeah,
all like the old style where you're independent and you're moving by yourself and you're going around the course or whatever. Yeah. They should do that, and then but have like the greatest games of all time, and maybe add 20 new ones or something.
Yeah,
it definitely should.
Come on, give us Mario Party All Stars. Let's go. Let's hurry up. Like, come on, Nintendo.
Yeah.
I feel like Nintendo could just literally print money easily for themselves, and they just sometimes are just like, no, we're fine.
Like, what the fuck are you working on that you can't make a Mario Party? Like, goddamn. Now Tom's got me ranting. Look at this.
Working on that Mario.
He's not a plumber anymore.
He's already done.
Oh yeah, he's
got nipples. He's got nipples, guys. What the fuck?
What?
He was running on the beach
with nipples.
The Mario nips.
He's got the Mario nips. They're really trying to make it seem like Mario's really, really a human. Despite even in that New Donk City, he's like not a human. He's like definitely very different looking.
She got it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're really trying to make that guy who rides a dinosaur human.
Right? with a magic hat.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Jesus Christ. All right. Recommendations. So me and Justin and Brandon all have the same recommendation. Destiny 2. Get it and join
10
us.
for 10 with Buck.
10 for 10. 11 out of 10. It's wonderful. Recommend that you play it. What'd you say?
You're dropped. You're booted from the party. That's great ways to go.
Special invitation for our listeners on Same Person Radio. You can join the Mafia if you listen to Same Person Radio, and that's okay because nobody listens. Yes, but you have to send a message and say that you listen to SPR. And
okay. We're gonna tell you a secret word right now. It's fungus. If you send us a message on Xbox, any one of us, that's Leviathan 426, Galvanator 93, or Red
03 BMC.
03 BMC. That's why I thought I didn't want to say the wrong one. Else than some Red 02s getting. No, you send one of his messages and it just says fungus.
Wait, fungus or bungus?
Fungus with a
fungus, like tofu
with an F.
Did you say like tofu?
Like toe fungus.
Oh, okay.
Killer tofu.
Fungus. Yeah, killer tofu. All right, so fungus on Xbox Live. Send us a message. And we'll let you into.
You can tell this wasn't planned at all.
Yep.
Let us winging it.
Just making the media person's job that much harder.
Yep.
They're like, I don't even care about being your damn clan. I'm just gonna send you an invite and you can accept it or deny it. I don't care.
Yep. That is
the I think Destiny 2 is definitely a continuation of steps up since Destiny 1 launched. I think it was really good.
It's what Destiny 1 should have been.
Yeah. The number one best thing I've heard someone say when I've been talking to him about Destiny 2 was my coworker, and he had said it's Destiny 1 simplified in the best way possible. Like they took out like all the bullshit that was there that made it so over convoluted that we dealt with and were fine with, but didn't realize it could be better. So they took out like all the different mats and all this other stuff, and just like, okay, no, there's tokens, there's this, there's that, and like leveling up, and everything's kind of like simple now. Story is way better. Crucible I like so far better with the 4v4, although getting stomped in Trials is worse than it used to be. But
getting pub stomped in Trials.
Raid so far is cool. we'll finish that someday, and then
Someday
Someday.
we're gonna finish the raid about right now.
yeah. The only other thing is I hope that they continue to. They said they're going to keep adding content as they go,
Right.
like, better than last time. So far they've already added 2 maps like to the Crucible. I don't know if you can actually do the Trials map in.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I actually haven't played competitive since that's gone live to see if there's actually. Oh, actually, I have, but I don't think that's probably just exclusive Trials. I'm not sure, but they have added stuff to it so far already, and it's been like a week or 2 or whatever it is. But I'm curious. I'm hoping that they add more like strikes and stuff like that, just periodically in between. It'd be cool. Even it's like, hey, this is this week. Here you go. Here's a new strike. It's like, oh, cool.
Right. Go ahead,
It'd
Tony.
be interesting.
No, I was gonna say. I will say, even though I don't play the game, I did sit and watch Brandon play. I think I watched him do the beginning and the end of the single player, and I will say it looks gorgeous. And
Yeah.
like I can like having played Destiny like the original and like all the way to the Taken King, I will say like the story stuff I saw, it looked like a huge step up.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
like it kind of like if that is the one thing that makes me interested in like playing it a little bit, just with all the story stuff.
You should get it.
You should get it.
I probably will. Just
Josh
not-
actually said he would probably get it too, because
On
because of the story stuff. Yeah, I'd make him get it for the Xbox.
God damn.
You better get it on the Xbox
Yeah, you
too.
better get it on the Xbox.
If you don't get on the Xbox, you've missed a key opportunity to have friends to play with.
Dead to
Well,
us.
I might have somebody who will play with me.
Yeah.
So wait, why don't you
Destiny.
just do?
No.
Why don't you just do game share with Brandon?
But
You guys can discuss that in your own time.
What?
Like me
We'll
and Melissa
discuss
game
afterwards.
share, we only bought 1 copy. We can both play it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just basically Brandon's Xbox has to be your home Xbox. Like you have to log into his Xbox, mark it as home. Brandon goes on your Xbox, does the same, and then you guys have all each other's games.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah. So
Justin,
then you have Destiny 2.
Justin, mindfuck of the week.
Justin's mindfuck of the week.
So here, side note, Justin, since we were asking about it last night, next Friday's Trials is Survival on Altar of Flame.
Ooh,
So it's not the same map.
good.
So
Because I fucking
I
hate
wonder
that
if
man.
Iron Vandal will have its own map.
I sure hope
you know what? I would probably think so. Just because the way they've been doing everything, like the raid came out, they're like new Crucible map.
Yeah.
Trials
Right.
comes out, they're like new Crucible map.
Yeah, because I guess if you're going between quick play and competitive, there isn't that many maps to
Maps.
play on just yet.
no.
Also, at the end of the month, it's that faction thing. That
Yep,
faction
20
rally. I wanted to
26.
be a map for that too.
Potentially.
Actually, I don't even know what it is. Like, it's not like
Yeah. We should just do a MIDA so we can talk about that. But
true. We're basically just had a little. Bro, Brandon or Tony did ask if we were doing a MIDA anytime soon, and we're like, no, and now we're like doing one live on
Yeah,
air.
so you're saying this is a MIDA mini tool session? All right, Tony, song kick.
So, Songkick. It's a cool app on your iPhone. I use it. Well, lately I want to go to more concerts. I haven't gone in a long time. I don't think Brandon, have you gone?
Yeah, that was my recommendation.
I think the last one I went was like 3 years ago.
Okay, yeah,
Or-
I think it
yeah.
might be the same for me. Well, anyway, Songkick's a cool app. It takes all the music that you have, like all the artists you follow on like Apple Music, Spotify. I think you can like put in the artists you have, and it tells you the concerts that they're having near you. So like me, it shows me what's in DC and Baltimore. So if there's an artist that I have in my like library, it'll say, "Oh, hey, this band is playing here on this day," and like you can go in there get tickets. Like it takes you like Ticketmaster, Ticketfly, and stuff to get tickets. So
Right.
it's pretty cool utility to have, a little tool to have.
Very interesting. So
I guess Steven-
you recommended that?
Yeah, I recommend it.
I definitely should have recommended. I have a different recommendation.
No, you get one.
I know. I'm waiting for next week. Spoiler: it was a concert.
You can say it. I was just kidding.
No, I'm waiting until next week.
My recommendation is Best Coast and Paramore concert tour.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, spoiler alert! Damn, I do recommend that though. It was such an awesome concert.
Yeah.
Best Coast was all right.
Erin said she liked them, so
They were pretty good. I couldn't really hear the woman, the singer. You couldn't really
It's-
hear her.
The video,
It's
yeah, that's what it
advertising.
sounded off in the video. I just didn't know if that was your video or not, but it sounded
No,
good.
'cause all the videos of Paramore that I took, you can hear it clearly, but the other one, it was pretty loud.
Sabotage them.
All right, Brandon, your musical segment of the week.
All right, so I hope I didn't already use this band. So the band I'm recommending this week is Under Fire. They are more of a traditional like alternative rock band or whatever. They don't have they have a bunch of EPs and like a couple of full-length albums. The band they most resemble to me, at least, is Rise Against. So if you're a fan of them, I would definitely recommend them to you guys. Especially the most recent album, or actually EP, Blackout. That one's very good.
That's
so
right.
It's only 5 songs, but it's very good. So that is my.
So what would be a good? You said it was okay. Blackout. They have a blackout and a whiteout. Did you know that?
Wait, did you say the EP is called Blacktop?
Raindrop.
Raindrop. Oh, sorry, Crockpot.
That's his psychic.
Super glue and Crockpot.
My arch nemesis is Asphalt.
Oh,
From Booty Palace.
From Booty Palace.
Oh,
No, that's Blacktop's hideout is Booty Palace.
Asphalt spelled ASS-FAULT.
Good God.
About to get that asphalt.
Whose fault was it? Asphalt.
Asphalt.
Why'd you do that? That was really dumb of you to do that. That was asphalt.
Good God.
Blacktop's his comeback is always, you had asphalt.
You had asphalt.
Why she get pregnant? It was that asphalt.
Jesus Christ. Jesus. Okay. Good God. All right. Back on to Marvel so we can wrap it up. So we talked about things that they do well. What are some things that Marvel doesn't do well, in your opinion?
Well, I kind of talked about this a little bit, and or like even though they do like to be synergetic with like overall like universe and like movies and stuff like that, sometimes that kind of affects the writing, and like they kind of just force it a little bit, and then that kind of turns you off a little bit from that. But overall, I mean, it does, I think, work a little bit, but like I said, it does affect the writing and stuff like that. And if you're forcing those things, it can come off a little convoluted and fucked up.
Yeah, kind of in the same vein. DC does this a little bit, but I feel like Marvel does a lot more. It's just like different universes, and it's like sometimes for someone new like me, when I was getting to it, I didn't know what was what. Like I didn't know, like, so I saw like there's like 5-6 different Spider-Man, like Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. That's not the same universe as this Spider-Man. And then Spider-Gwen's in this universe, but she's from this universe. And this Spider-Man is not this Spider. It's like for someone new, I just felt like I needed like a guide to be like, okay, so this is all here. This is all here. Like this is the main universe. Like they need like a chart or something that's like main universe, this universe, you know, because like for someone new, like while they are accessible. If you started like, oh, I'm gonna read this Spider-Man and I'm gonna read this Spider-Man and this is the same Spider-Man, and then you realize, oh, it's not the same Spider-Man, and then stuff like that. Like that's the one thing I feel like they do a little bit too much is the different universes, and then like, oh, this guy's from the Ultimates universe, but now he's in the main universe. It's like, wait, what's going on? How did that work?
Yeah. They definitely used to have a lot of different universes, and I guess they still do with certain characters. Like I know there's Spider-Gwen, but is Gwenpool also from another universe?
Yeah, she's actually from like our universe.
Oh, okay.
Like
us.
real life. Like
real life. Like, and that's like her power is that she knows that she's in comics.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what Deadpool does. But
yeah, Deadpool's like breaks the fourth wall, but he's like a comic book character. And it's like the inverse, kind of, except she's in comics too.
Yeah, they got rid of that a little bit. Like they completely destroyed the Ultimate Universe. That's why Miles Morales is in the main one now. They did a lot of that with the Secret Wars arc. Trying to make it the main, because like I think before all that, the main comic book universe was always 616.
Yeah.
And then after Secret Wars, I think it's like it's something else now. It's like Prime. It's like Marvel Prime universe or something.
Yeah.
And that's the one that's like the main universe where everyone like reread is at.
Yeah, because that's kind of like with All New Wolverine. There was an arc with Old Man Logan, but her Wolverine that trained her was
The normal.
spoiler alert.
Yeah, like
dead.
Old Man Logan is not from the main universe. He's
Right,
from-
and I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, kind of like, what's going on here? And like, I got it eventually, but I was like, at first, I was just like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Like, what is the deal?
Yeah, that's kind of been like that's like been the main issue I've had with Marvel lately is that I think like what you guys were saying earlier, like how they give a lot of their like not the main guys, they give like kind of the side characters spotlight, like Squirrel Girl. They've been giving them a lot of the spotlight, which I mean I think it's fine, but like me, I prefer the main like Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, you know, like the top main guys. And like I feel like lately none of them have really been at the center stage. It's always like these side characters, like Riri is it Riri Williams or something? Like her.
Ironheart.
Yeah, and then you have female Thor. Then you have for Captain America, like him being not him, you know, him being a bad guy, and like they don't really, and like the Fantastic Four is not there. It's just
they're not at all. Well, two of them are there, but
But there's no Fantastic Four.
No, right. There's no actual Fantastic Four, right?
You know, and like me, like I say that I've always thought like the movies kind of are more true to how I would like the universe to kind of be, because it is Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, you know, Hawkeye. Everybody's like them. Yeah. They're like the
original Avengers, like
and they're kind of like that's why I think people have been liking Rebirth right now, because all the characters are kind of almost to their basic self in a sense. Mm-hmm. They're like to the core what they should be, stuff like that.
And I'm sure a lot of that'll come back once Legacy starts.
Yeah, that's what
once that happens, I'm probably gonna jump back in because just like all this side stuff. I'm just I don't care about Champions. I don't care about any of that.
I guess maybe it's because I'm more of a Marvel reader, anyways. But like, I really like Kamala Khan, like Miss Marvel. Like that's a really good comic for me. Miles is okay, but like it's hard for me to.
You want Peter,
like Peter Parker's.
But you're racist guy for me. You can't have the white Peter Parker.
Same person, racist.
Yeah, like even with Spider-Man, like I haven't been reading in a long time, but hasn't recently been like he did something that kind of resets him back to how he was, because he's owned a company for the last few years.
Yeah, it was a secret Empire issue.
Yeah, so like even Peter Parker. Until recently, sorry.
Don't know that.
Just
it was sorry, yeah.
It was a
But then it kind of makes.
I kind of thought it was funny with Miles Morales. Like I feel like they kind of knew there was a kind of a hurdle to get him like to have the same popularity as Peter, because like so they made him a little bit stronger. Like he has like a couple extra set of powers, and then like there's one other power like we've never seen, but it like he used it to like pretty much take out like Dr. Doom and an entire like group of Hydra agents somehow.
He will turn into like, a giant
spider. So like he's definitely made him stronger to give him a little bit more of an appeal.
Yeah. Yeah, I just miss the old, like even like the X-Men. You can just bring Professor X back. I feel, just bring this. Can we just
X-Men '92 was really good to read. That was really nice to read.
Okay.
Just because it went to the cartoon, like it was based on the cartoon. Yeah, it was based on the cartoon.
Yeah,
so it was pretty good to read that. Which kind of brought back. My thing is, I mean, basically same person for everything you guys said was. They have so much going on that sometimes it's hard to follow what's normal universe and current, and then what's alternate stuff. So that's pretty much my biggest thing, but I just read it anyway.
Yeah. Like there are some changes that I thought I liked. Like I was actually more okay than I thought with like Cyclops, the older Cyclops kind of going a little rogue.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it kind of made sense.
Are we talking sorry. At what point Cyclops? Are we talking about like the AVX Cyclops, the Phoenix Cyclops, or like after that?
Like
what point is Cyclops?
Like
Oh, like
Yeah,
when
like
when they
I would
split to
say, I would
Uncanny.
say Phoenix, and after.
Okay.
Phoenix.
I mean, because he
What
basically
about
becomes a bad guy.
Said the same thing.
Oh yeah, because he basically becomes a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, well, sort of. I mean, he's
anti-hero.
he's like Magneto, but maybe not as drastic.
Yeah. That stuff I did.
Which
like.
I feel like, I don't know, it kind of makes sense in a way. It's, I don't know.
I was fine with that stuff. I was fine with pre-Secret Wars stuff.
Yeah. One thing I actually like the change for the Hulk. I like Amadeus Cho as the Hulk.
Yeah, I
He's
like that
he's-
too.
Yeah, he's a little obviously lighthearted and
Yeah, and
you
then
know,
there's still like that.
younger.
Yeah, and then there's still like the kind of the lingering possibility that he loses control and stuff like that.
Right.
Because like with Banner, it's all about, you know, it's I feel like it's just the same thing over and over again. where
Right.
It's
He
like,
just loses control, goes along, does his thing,
yeah.
and he's back.
While with like Amadeus, he's full on embracing it, but he's like maybe a little in over his head.
Yeah. It's definitely pretty good. Definitely pretty good. So let's finish with who you think we can either do best or favorite character.
Well, what did we do last time for DC?
I don't remember. I think we kind
I
of
thought it was
favorite.
like
Your favorite
best character or best hero and best villain or something like that, wasn't it?
I thought it was your favorite.
I thought it was.
Was
Let's
it
do-
favorite?
Let's do your favorite, and then let's do who's your favorite besides your favorite, because we all. I mean,
Okay.
we all know Brandon's favorite. We all know my favorite.
Blacktop.
So it's
Blacktop.
Blacktop. What do you think this hat's for? It's Blacktop hat. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I meant to
All
change
right.
into my Spider-Man shirt, but
I know. Why didn't you wear it? So Justin,
Ooh,
I was
hey,
busy
my
playing
shirt.
Destiny.
My shirt
I
is
never
kinda-
switched out of my X.
Tony, we match.
I was gonna say my shirt kind of gives.
All right. So Justin, favorite / best.
Yeah. That's tough because like I haven't read a ton of Marvel yet, so it's kind of like, ooh. But
We'll
I
go.
really like X-23, the all new Wolverine. I just think she's just really cool. She's not like I won't say I like her better than like Logan Wolverine, like actual Wolverine, which is like kind of crazy. I mean, I haven't read a bunch of Wolverine comics, so I can't really compare it to that. But just knowing Wolverine from everything else, the cartoon and stuff, it's like she's just not. She's still like that. Has like kind of an animalistic personality, but it's like is still kind of more of a real person. Like she like kind of like you were saying like with the Hulk, whereas like she's more like grounded.
She still thinks she's immortal,
Right.
basically.
Right. It's like, yeah, so I really liked her character. She's probably my favorite like character. And I love Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's awesome. I mean, I've got 3 freaking comics with him in him to read now, so
Gotcha. So X-23. Does she have a last name? Isn't it Laura?
Crap.
I can't remember the last name.
Oh my god, I can't think of it right now.
I
Yeah.
can't either.
All right. So either way, so Justin's X-23 and Spider-Man. Brandon, obviously, Laura Kinney.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Laura Kinney. So Brandon, your favorite is obviously Spider-Man. So if you had to pick somebody
Obviously.
besides Spider-Man, yeah.
Crap. That's actually like this kind of goes back to the writer Jason Aaron. Like pretty much everything I've been reading, like I fall in love with that character. So it's like,
So your favorite
Kinda
Marvel
wanna
character
say-
is Jason Aaron.
yeah, I kind of want to say Thor, especially from like the Almighty Thor, or whatever, with the God Killer and stuff. Because like Tony forgot to mention that was like you're not just following one Thor actually during that arc. You're actually following like him from like 10,000 years before, and then him from like 10,000 years after.
Huh.
Or maybe it's like 1,000 years or something like that.
You have like
But
like teenage Thor, adult like our Thor, and then old man Thor. Kind of.
yeah.
Oh.
And I feel like there's a lot more humor in that Thor's character than I've seen before. You know, more often than not, like the humor for Thor is like where he doesn't get some joke or something like that.
Right.
It's a little more subtle, and like there's one scene or one like panel I remember. I always laugh about it. It's like so like it's towards the end of the arc, and like all the Thors are together somehow. I won't say how, but like, so the young Thor, he can't pick up Mjolnir yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, there's like a panel where the main Thor, like the middle guy, our Thor, he picks up the hammer, and it's just like a crazy expression from the young Thor. It's like, how the fuck did he do that? So like, it's just subtle stuff like that. But and then I feel like also like you kind of get the gravity of how strong he is in those arcs, and so yeah,
That he's actually is one of the strongest characters in the entire universe.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and then even like the female Thor, like she does like stuff with the hammer that like Thor has never actually thought to do. Like, so it's like they all like are very well thought out characters on their own. So
Spider-Man and Thor. Tony?
My favorite, well, I think my best Marvel character is Captain America.
Yeah.
I think that's like really the first, when I started buying comics, I think Captain America was the first one I bought. And I just like the whole, he's from World War II kind of thing. Like he's a man, I like the man at a time kind of thing, even though I guess it really doesn't matter now because he's been in the present for so long.
Yeah.
But I just like that. I just like he's kind of, the stuff I've read, like his Jason Aaron's, his Ed Brubaker stuff, where like it's basically like a spy book, kind of like an espionage stuff. I like that stuff a lot about Captain America, and I just like that he just beats the shit out of people.
Yeah. Any other character besides Captain America?
I would say that the next, it's not really a character, more of a group, is the X-Men. Like,
okay,
I really like them. I like that I like that there's so much history and so much like backstory with all of them.
Right.
I like how like even like you can take them all together or you can take them separate. Everybody has their own kind of story you can follow.
is there any specific group that you like more than the others?
Like Incarnation?
Yeah, or like how there's
like
always like
X-Force,
4 or 5 main guys, like the originals, or maybe like the Storm-led ones, or
I kind of like, I don't know why, but I kind of like the Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yep.
Like
Jason Aaron.
By Jason Aaron. I don't know. I kind of like that, like Wolverine as like kind of a teacher. He's kind of
the
being
the
like,
leader, teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, like when him and Cyclops kind of had their split. You know, I kind of like Wolverine as kind of like he's trying to be the professor.
Yeah, I like
he's trying to be the lead. Yeah, he's trying to lead a team of like younger X-Men. I think that not including like the 90s, Cyclops, Storm,
Right.
that are the one
Like,
we grew up with.
Think like the new movie Logan, but with like more kids.
Yeah.
And him being a little more nicer.
Yeah. He's a little bit nicer in the comic.
Yeah. I think that would be my favorite incarnation of like the X-Men. So
All right. Yeah. So mine obviously is Captain America as my favorite, but I don't know why, as a kid, and still kind of to this day, my other kind of favorite X-Men is X-Men is Iceman. I just really like Iceman as a character. I don't know. When I was younger, I just thought it was cool shit to just be able to freeze people and shit. I don't know.
Do you wait? He has his own comic, right?
Yeah. I get it. It's pretty good so far. So, besides Captain America, Iceman is I haven't gotten the Jean Grey one. That's like the new Iceman one yet, but yeah, the Iceman one that I've read is pretty good. So that would be, but Captain America is the best, so it doesn't really matter. What you guys say. You're wrong, except Tony. Tony's right.
Except Tony, you're right.
I know Tony's wrong. Wait a minute.
We had 2 for Spider-Man. Well, not necessarily best, but
yeah, that's all right. Aaron will be the tiebreaker, and she votes Captain America, so we win.
Whatever. We'll see about that.
Right? Yeah. Although she really did like the movie. Oh, when does that movie come out? Let me not look it up.
What?
Spider-Man.
Oh, Homecoming?
Yeah.
Comes out like next week or something. I'm on digital.
Yeah, comes out.
Sweet.
Anyway, so it comes out October 17th is when the Blu-ray comes out.
Nice.
So I think that will wrap up our episode 22 Marvel version.
Damn, you don't want to do villains?
What we're looking forward to.
Did we do that last time? It's not in the note. I
We
wish
did-
I
we
could
did do
have
villains.
Did villains last time because
We
we
did
talked about
villains, yeah.
Joker and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, shit,
I'll just say mine quick. Magneto.
You know,
Brandon.
Green
Quick
Goblin.
fire. Rapid, of course.
Let's go. Let's go.
I also like Magneto as a
Because he's like good sometimes, but
Actually-
then he always fucks him over.
Close
anyway.
second is Doctor Doom for me, just because like he actually like he in the comics he's a ruler.
Yeah.
Like he literally runs a country, and like some of the stuff he's actually doing for the interest of his people
the
and
dictatorship.
stuff. Yeah.
Isn't he infamous Iron Man now?
Yes. He's trying to be a good guy.
Spoiler alert.
But he's not.
But he's
But
not.
he'll never be a good guy. He ain't shit. I would say close. I would say Red Skull and Kingpin. I like Kingpin. I like Mob Boss. I like.
Yeah.
Like mob and crime. Yeah. Yeah.
I like. I like.
I like crime. Good.
Blacktop is actually a villain.
Secret Empire. Secret Booty Palace. Booty Palace Empire. Booty Empire.
Booty Empire.
Jesus Christ. All right. Anything else that we want to talk about?
I think that's
No.
it.
Good to
Just
go.
looking forward to Legacy.
Looking forward to Legacy. Comes out starting, I think, next week, right? First.
September 27th is like the.
So next Wednesday.
Although I mean, they still got the Generations and stuff coming out in between.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man's is this week.
Oh, maybe we can do something. We can like take pictures and stuff for our media for Comic-Con.
I was about to say.
There we go.
We will be at the Baltimore Comic Con Saturday, the 23rd. Yep.
Yes.
23rd.
Saturday, September 23rd.
Yeah.
SPR.
SPR will be there. If
So
you come up and say fungus to one of us, we'll say fungus among us.
No, we're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fungus, you're like, get the fuck away from me.
The fungus. Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to see all those Blacktop cosplays.
Good. I don't know. We'll be in Baltimore, so you might see a lot.
We might see a lot of
You might
Blacktops.
see a lot of blacktops.
Oh, we might see Ice Cold Waterman while we're there.
Oh,
Hey, Tony, you should post that video on our
Of Ice Cold Waterman.
ice cold water.
that's the real MVP.
Right.
real-
That's real.
That's Blacktop's true enemy.
Oh, good. All right. All right. So
Okay.
that
Oh.
we'll finally do. Yeah, one more thing.
One more thing, because I wanted to mention this before. On Marvel's app, they have some of the primer pages up already for some of the Legacy stuff. So if you want like the things that lead, like if you are wanting to get into a series, you can read the primer pages, and it's like I think 2 or 3 pages that kind of like gives you like the backstory that gets you right up to Legacy. They don't have all of them up. I know Avengers was up, X-Men Gold was up. I think Spirits of Vengeance. There's a few other ones, but on Marvel's app.
On their app. All right.
Mhm.
Is that the song, Tony?
Can you Can you like, so Justin, like, I gotta get Justin background. Justin, so in Baltimore, like near the Baltimore Convention Center, near the Inner Harbor, it's a guy that sells water, and he sings that like he's like, I got that ice cold water.
You need to post that out on social media for sure.
I
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
I will.
And it's only $1.
It is. Hey, I will say it's good promotion because there have been times I'm like, I kind of would give him I kind of want to get a bottle of water from him.
Right.
I kinda wanna get a-
And I
Right.
know water.
Pretty good though. All right, so that is SPR episode 22. Like and subscribe, and let us know what you're doing on Twitter or social media. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Later.
Ah.